Hey everybody, Dave, Nasani, Caregiver Dave's 5 minutes of Dave's Hammock wisdom. Walking the beach late at night, and I just couldn't help thinking. I've been taking a lot of Ubers here and there to get around because it beats renting a car and trying to find parking. And there was a Indian cab driver that picked me up. It's not late in Hawaii, brother. Hi, Karen. Hey, Dell. There was an Indian, Marianne. Hi. An Indian cab driver. And I just asked him, what are you doing with your life? And I asked him about his faith. And he said, his mother's a Hindu, and she worships these statues and these paintings. And he says, a man or a woman created them. Why are you so superstitious that you think that they can help you or save you or answer your prayers? And he doesn't believe in anything. And I don't blame him. There are so many counterfeit religions out there. How do you find the real one? And I listened to him. I didn't talk. I just was praying. What do I tell this guy? There's no accident that I was in his cab. And so I listened. And when we got to our destination, I said, all I can tell you, he was talking about making $1 million by the time he was in 3 more years, And I know that the odds of that happening are very minuscule. I mean, when I was 18, I was going to make $1 million by the time I was 30. Well, it didn't happen. And so I told him, listen, I understand that you put your faith in yourself and in your 2 hands, and you believe that heaven and hell is on this earth, that this is heaven, this is hell. There is no God, there is no devil, there is no good, there is no evil. It's all what you make of it. And then I asked him, I said, so when we die, lights go out, that's it, game over. And I says, listen, what if you're wrong? I've examined many of the religions, and what made me decide what God to follow was I asked, who's in Buddha's tomb? His bones. Who's in Muhammad's tomb? His bones. And I went down one by one, all of the leaders of these so-called religions, and I came to Jesus. I says, when you look in Jesus' tomb, there is enough documentation to prove that it's empty. He's the only one of all those guys who claimed that he was God and that he was risen from the dead. Okay? And it was based on the foundation of the Jewish Bible. And there's lots of documentation that the Jewish God is the true God. And I says, just look in the tombs, man. Jesus' tomb is empty, and that's why I worship him. And I couldn't have made all of the successes that I did without him. I couldn't have done it by myself. I couldn't have done it with these 2 hands, like you claim. And think about it. Meditate on it. Pray about it. And I said my goodbye, and who knows what will happen. But that's so interesting that people would not spend at least as much time trying to figure out what comes after life and death. They spend more time figuring out their portfolio or where to go to college. Hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks, some people years, trying to discern where should I go to college, You know, where should I invest my money? Where should I work? And they probably spend just a few minutes on what is life all about. You know, let's look at the most brilliant mind of this century, Albert Einstein. You know, E equals MC2. And even he acknowledged that it is impossible for this world, for this universe, for this galaxy, for this cosmos to just happen by accident, to just blow up. You know, I used to blow things up as a kid. I had a chemistry set, and anytime I blew something up, there was not order, there was chaos. And that's all I'm going to say. I was just wanted to share with you my frustration in talking to a guy who had a different belief than I did, you know, and I didn't kill him for it. I didn't call him an idiot. We live in America. We can believe whatever we want. We have the freedom to believe whatever we want. Politically, religiously, you wouldn't know it by looking at Washington, D.C. today. If you don't believe the right way, you can be kicked out of a restaurant. Back in the old days, if your skin was the wrong color, you could be kicked out of a restaurant, kicked out of a bathroom. Seems like we're going backwards, doesn't it? All right, well, you chew on that. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Lorraine. God bless you all. Bye-bye.